There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my
Once there.
home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth. There are leaves. And I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. Follow the wind.
Someone's gone.
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things. He's around 20 years.
Oh, I know who you.
Really? You.
There aren't many young people. Then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently, do you think maybe...
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? No one If we really did... If this person...
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in... Just like how you entered your sibling's memory... That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory... Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally out... But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time and we don't even know whose memory this is! Good idea! We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! That! Can we try to figure... Like, does it maybe leave a trace that...
All the memory... If time was allowed to pass... There's a difference between... Maybe not. We don't have any way to prove whether... If time was allowed to pass... All the memories seem... No. Based on what we know... If time was allowed to pass...
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean time isn't passing! That's the tell of the fake memory! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the... If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would... Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why... That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific...
Dainsleif had memories implanted into his mind. No. We thought Chief Amadea forgot about the No. The color of the sky coincide.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
Come to think of it, every time we talk, time always passed by really slowly. Even when it...
Yep, that has to be it! This... Yeah, that...
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman. You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Oh, right. This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the... Your... Caribert Alberic.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before. Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw... the me from back then. This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her. But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk. I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer it's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance. Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the loom of fate. But despite his intentions for me, in truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the loom of fate. As for your question, the loom of fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines. In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level, but it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world. Yes, I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life. Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life. I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness, even the form you see before you, was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of... I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with this. I know. Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled. Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the loom of fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan. That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already. before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retreat. I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the Prince is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate. And you remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory. After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest. To implant a specific memory. In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worth. All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trait. But now, the bedtime story.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time. Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation? The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you? That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after the Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes, such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's... However, the heavenly principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be. Or what... You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves, even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't... He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the heavenly principles are... Lumine?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here. Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
So, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw... Oh, and Dane came by just now? He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were alright and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind. Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon... Wait, really? Well, what happened after that?
Ah, there you are.
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of... Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is.
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. Paimon wonders how Atos is doing. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so... Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was part of the search party, so honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important. He always seemed to appear out of nowhere, and now, if Curry Bear wants me to forget about the time we spent together, then I'm willing to try. I relied on him for a lot of things, but I'm sure with enough time... Okay, I'll admit. I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying good... You don't need to comfort me. It's just like Curry Bear said. It's the things we overcome, and you know, if he has a heart... Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your... A picture? Where'd that come from?
I'm sure I've forgotten something. Not to worry, I'll simply send someone to fetch it. As soon as I remember what it was.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
Rebooting.
Come and try some creative cooking.
Ah.
How long will it take if I set out? How long will it take if I set out?
Ah.
How long will it take if I set out?
If I had known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery. The lighting was perfect when I took these photos.
How long will it take if I set out from here?
The lighting was perfect when I took these photos. I wouldn't have updated the freight
Ah.
set out from here? How long will it take if I set out?
If I'd known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery.
The lighting was perfect when I took these photos.
How long will it take if I set out from here?
If I'd known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery.
The lighting was perfect when I took these photos.
I have to stifle a smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of my plans today. Panic-stricken, but unable to muster the courage to say anything in opposition. Yes, this was a fine idea.
How long will it take if I set out from here?
If I'd known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery.
The lighting was perfect when I took these photos.
How long will it take if I set out from here?
I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery.
The lighting was perfect when I took these photos.
Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start reeling them in.
How long will it take if I set out from here?
The freight machinery.
The lighting was perfect when I took these photos.
If I'd known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery.
How long will it take if I set out from
The
here?
lighting was perfect when I took these photos.
How long
If
will
I'd
it
known
take
that,
if
I
I
wouldn't
set
have
out from
updated
here?
the freight machinery.
The was perfect when I took these photos.
I have to stifle a smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of my plans today. Panic-stricken, but unable to muster the courage to say anything in opposition. Yes, this was a fine idea.
The lighting was perfect when I took these photos.
How long will it take if I set out from here?
If I had known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery.
The lighting was perfect when I took these photos.
How long will it take if I set out from here?
Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start reeling them in.
How long will it take if I set out from here?
The lighting
If
was
I had known
perfect
that,
when I
I
took
wouldn't
these
have updated
photos.
the freight machinery.
How long will it take if I set
I
out
have to
from
stifle a smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of my plans today. Panic-stricken, but unable to muster the courage to say anything in opposition.
The lighting was perfect when I took these photos.
Yes, this was a fine idea.
How long will it take if I set out from here?
Wow, time flies! Just like that, it's time for us to embark on the next phase of our journey! We need to head to NATLAN next. Neverlight called it a nation of dragons, but that description doesn't give us much to go off of. Exactly! Even when Inazuma was completely closed off, we still managed to run into people from there in other nations. Huh. Could it be that there are no humans in NATLAN?
Yes, yes, that look of surprise and excitement is perfect.
Okay, just make sure you get Paimon's good side. Wait, hang on a minute. What's with the photo shoot?
Well, I heard you two were about to leave for the next part of your journey. After everything you did for Fontaine, Oh, I have a feeling we're going to be short on material once you're gone.
Oh, so you knew we were leaving. We don't need a big send-off. That's not really our...
Yeah, that's definitely not your style, but we got to thinking. And, well,
we?
All those obstacles we overcame side by side.
If you encounter any troubles along your journey, you need only let us know, no matter the distance between us.
Partings are inevitable, of course, but distance makes the heart grow fonder, right? One thing will never change, though. We'll always have the memories we made together during this time.
Whoa, you're all here!
That we will. I'm looking forward to hearing about your future adventure.
Well, in light of your impending departure, Shall we take a photo together?
Ooh, great idea! We even have a professional photographer with us. Charlotte, would you do us the honor?
Leave it to me. Just give me a moment to set the camera up.
Oh, by the way, you're overthinking the whole NATLAN issue, Paimon. It's just that, because of their local customs, the native people choose. They're not unwelcoming to outsiders, though. People travel there for business and leisure alike, and usually return with nothing but good things to say.
Many members of the Spina have visited in the past, too.
Well, that's a relief. Hopefully we don't get swept up in any major drama this time.
Well, given your experience and skill in that regard,
Still, I hope you can avoid danger this time around. An uneventful trip might be a nice change of pace.
All right, I'm ready. Shall we? Well then, traveler.
Bon voyage! Safe travels, traveler. You're welcome back.
That would be quite the live.
Safe travels, travel.
That would be quite the.
Safe travels, travel.
That would be quite.
I heard there's a place in Natlan that produces precious stones. Next time there's a lull in my work, I gotta go.
One picture to publish and...
I cannot help but feel that you bringing me here is some sort of an assassination attempt.
Time to go. Time to go.
Time to go. Time to go. The wind knows me. Time to go.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back? You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
Wow! So this is NATLAN! So many strange mountains, and so many animals Paimon has never seen before! Doesn't look like there are any cities around here, though. Where should we start? Good idea! Finding people means we can learn information about the local Archon. And once we've met the Archon, we should have a better idea of what to expect during our journey. Well, Paimon hopes this one is easy to get along with. Come on, let's keep following the road.
Into the wind!
Burn! Ha! Ha!
One with nature!
Be sanctified.
The wind knows me.
Whoa! Check out those colorful pictures on the walls! We've got to be on the right track.
Time to go.
I'm sorry, Kachina. I know it's not right for us to go back on our word like this, but Kempoa and I have to do well during this pilgrimage.
You can't seem to find other people to join our team, and we don't have time to sit around and wait.
But if you two leave, I'll be the only one left.
We really are sorry, but you still have plenty of chances. You're young, and you bear an ancient name on top of that. We're just ordinary tribal warriors with years of battle under our belt and no glory to show for it. Not to mention the physical toll of all that fighting. We're no longer in our prime.
We barely had a chance last time, remember? We can't expect a better result with even fewer people. Pilgrimage registration closes tonight. This is our last chance to switch teams.
Well, alright. I just wish I was stronger. I'm nothing compared to the other ancient name bearers. But never mind. Guess this is just par for the course as Uthabiti, huh? I'm sure I'll figure something out.
Well, if we do well this time, there's still a spot for you at the victory feast.
Yeah, even though we're not participating in the competition together, we're still friends, aren't we?
Of course. Anyway, you guys should get going before it's too late. Go form a really strong team, okay? Guess I'll have to wait until the next pilgrimage.
Ooh, Looks like that little girl over there was just abandoned. Wonder what... Huh?
Oh, gosh, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Wait, I haven't seen you around the tribe before. Are you travelers?
Yep, we just got to Natlan.
Oh, welcome! I'm Kachina, Utapiti Kachina. Oh, that's something we call an ancient name. It's a tradition we have here in Natlan, although it's kind of complicated to explain. You can think of it like a title for now. If you're here for the pilgrimage of the return of the sacred flame, you'll find out what they mean soon enough.
So, this pilgrimage, is that what you were discussing earlier?
Oh, yeah! It's a competition we hold every so often, where everyone competes to try and get the highest ranking. The competition receives tons of attention, so if you place highly, you're guaranteed instant acclaim, and you earn the right to take part in the Night Warden Wars. Basically, the winners become heroes, and that's pretty much everyone's goal around here.
Sounds like a massive fighting tournament or something. Do you have to be in a team to participate?
Well, due to the sheer number of participants, the pilgrimage is actually divided into 2 phases. Phase 1 is a team competition. Usually an ancient name bearer serves as the team captain and leads their team in various battles around Natlan, with the goal of capturing Sacred Flame. Oh, and an ancient name bearer is just someone with one of those titles I mentioned earlier. Someone like me. Once the team competition is over, the participants from the winning teams qualify to take part in individual one-on-one matches.
Yeah, the skill seems pretty huge. Wait a minute. If ancient name bearers lead the teams...
Sure am. Although, I don't exactly have any team members. The key to winning is in the strength of the team captain. That's what everyone says, so their decision does make sense. I'd feel the same way if I were in their shoes. All ancient name bearers have to take part. It's our duty. So if no one wants to be on my team, at worst I'm looking at a few extra scrapes and scratches. I'm not great at fighting, but I always...
Psst! Traveler! Based on the direction of this conversation, Paimon think... Yep! Time for the next phase of our...
What are you guys talking about? Sorry, didn't mean to freak out on you. I really appreciate the offer. That's so unbelievably generous of you.
Oh, Paimon thought we could just join your team and fight our way to the top and then become heroes.
It's all right. Really. I mean, no one...
Really?
We're all usually on good terms, but whenever pilgrimage, they don't make eye contact or bring up the pilgrimage. It's like they're afraid I'll ask. I probably don't even need to explain the reason. I'm too weak. It's pretty obvious there's nothing to gain from being on my team. That really doesn't matter to you?
Oh, don't you worry. The Traveler's strong enough for the 3 of us. Gods, dragons, giant narwhals. She can give them all a run for their Mora.
Oh, I get it. You were able to overlook my lack of strength because you're confident in your own skills.
That's right. We always try to help people out during our travel.
A true adventure. You guys are really special. You know you're strong. You're planning on staying in Natlan for a little while, right?
Learn from us.
Yeah, you know, like a disciple or a sidekick. You don't even have to... I promise I won't be in the way. Besides, I can take you to see the sights and introduce you to...
What do you think, Traveler? Seems like she really looks up to you. Oh, right! Didn't those people from earlier say the registration period was about to end?
Don't worry about it. I wouldn't be able to manage it this close to... I lose all the time. I'm used to it. Everyone around me is used to it. But if I manage to learn a thing or two from you, I might just pull off a win next. Oh, of course, of course. Well, come with me, you two. I'll show you where I grew up and introduce you to our tribe, the Children of Echoes. Hello, I'm Kachina, a member of the Children of Echoes. I adore green fruits and would love to become more strong, even though I'm still not much of a fighter. I should probably save all that for later, right? Then, are you hoping to go somewhere? I'm pretty familiar with these parts, so I can show you the way. Hello, I'm Kachina, a member of the Children of Echoes. I adore green fruits and would love... I love berry chips. I would love them even more if they could be stacked neatly into a tower. Huh? Is this really just one portion? Oh, but if I don't finish the whole thing, won't I have let the chef's hard work go to waste? It's alright. I'll finish the whole thing. Small bites, Kachina. Small bites. Another chance to learn from you! Over there looks super intimidating. You sure it's not gonna fall off? It's not going anywhere, I promise you. People love music and dance. They have an amazing sense of rhythm. In the past, Outlanders have come here just to study our culture and exchange views. My parents wanted me to learn dance, but I wanted to become a warrior instead. introduce you. This is Io, my Saurian companion. He's saying hello.
Saurian? So in Natlan, you consider Saur...
Of course. Natlan is not only a nation of heroes, but also a nation of swords. Outlanders always seem to think of Io as my pet. Io and I go on adventures together, but he also has a Saurian family and a place to stay of his own. The children of Echoes have the closest ties to the Tepetli source, which are naturally very friendly to humans. That's how our relationship became what it is today. All Saurians have their own personalities, but I think calling them our companions pretty much See? Io agrees with me.
Oh! You're here too!
No way! You have a soaring companion too! Oh, what a sweet little thing! I think your friend here will get along with Io just fine. Alright, you two go have fun. I've got some important business to handle, and then I'll be right back. No mischief, okay? And you better not go leading your new friend astray, or I'm telling your parents. This is the most cherished and most sacred item in our tribe. It symbolizes the Wayab that protects us and grants us blessings.
Wayab? Is that a god of some sort?
Sort of. We believe the Wayab dwell beneath the earth, while the Pyro Archon hails from above. We hold regular gatherings here, actually. Our chief recounts and interprets dreams relating to our Wayab to decipher its will. The Wayab know the past and can foresee the future. Isn't that extraordinary?
Huh. Kachina, what are you doing here?
Chief! Oh, let me introduce you. This is Pakal, the chief of our tribe. Chief, these two just arrived in NATLAN. They're super accomplished adventurers, and they're...
Kachina is a child of our tribe. Her safety's my response. I don't know how you met her, but I'm gonna need you to prove...
Whoa, 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 whoa! There's no need for that, Chief. They're...
A feeling isn't going to satisfy your parents,
How about... we should...
The people who belong to the Adventurers Guild are... Huh. You're the Traveler, and you're Paimon, her familiar...
Paimon is a guide! Jeez, these rumors are getting out of control.
Wait, is there something special
You haven't heard?
Nope.
Learn well from her, Kachina. It's unlikely you've ever had a teacher of greater merit.
Really? To earn that kind of praise from the chief?
Apologies for not trusting your word.
Oh, don't worry about it. You were just doing your duty.
Well, Kachina's still young, so you can never be too careful. As for you, Kachina, isn't registration about to close? Why haven't you headed out yet?
Don't worry, Chief. I told my teammates to go ahead. I'll catch up. I may not be much of a fighter, but I am quick.
Kachina's trying not to worry him, huh?
I see. Well, I hope I wasn't interrupting anything just now. If I did, just tell me where you...
Let me think. I told them about the Wayab, so now's the perfect time to dive...
Oh, right! That word kept popping up in our conversation.
Well, NATLAN is a nation of heroes, whose valiant deeds are preserved and passed down over time in the form of stories. You can think of an ancient name almost like a label for these stories. By mentioning an ancient name, we remind ourselves of the epic sagas of heroes.
For example, the most famous bearer of my ancient name fought in 27 Night Warden Wars. By the time he fought in his last one, he was already over 60 years old. Even though he wasn't quite where he used to be physically speaking, he still managed to achieve top rankings during the pilgrimage.
Ancient names allow us to preserve the stories of the past, but they're also much more than that. Do you have your stone on you, Kachina?
Of course. Here, take a look.
Whoa, that black stone looks so mysterious.
The Wayab decide who is deserving of inheriting an ancient name. Once a successor is selected, the name becomes theirs to bear, and their deeds are then preserved within it. As time passes, ancient names come to represent the heroic deeds of more and more bearers. And in turn, the accomplishments preserved within it serve as an inspiration for the next generation of successors.
Just like me. I'm still not sure why our Wayab chose me, but if I didn't know the stories of all the past heroes, how they never stopped fighting, I probably would have...
Then you're saying this stone doesn't have any actual power? Like it's not gonna make Paimon super strong or...
None at all. And that is precisely how it exercises its...
Think of it this way. If you become a hero because the heavens granted you strength, are your triumphs earned or given?
Oh, Paimon gets it! If people start to ask those kinds of questions, the stories suddenly become...
Someone had this to say about ancient names. Our forebearers carved miracles into obsidian rock, yet future bearers looked upon them and saw strength. The miracles of the past become the motivations of the present. The limitations of the past become the breakthroughs of today. So there's no rush, Kachina. Many people struggle to understand the Wyeb's judgment after receiving an ancient name. As long as you never stop trying to improve your abilities and surpass yourself.
Thank you, Chief. Well, it's getting late. I've got to get to the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. Oh, right. I'm not sure where you're headed, but mind taking a detour with me?
Is that where the pilgrimage is taking place?
Yep. And outside of competition season, it's the place where our intertribal gatherings are held. Of course! She's the most important figure in the entire event!
Sounds like a plan then. What?
Well, if the Traveler and Paimon are with you, then I don't need to worry about your safety. Be on your way now.
Alright, we're off! See you later, Chief! I got so carried away just now, I didn't consider what would happen if our destinations were different. Luckily, that's not the case. Or, well, I guess we just have to meet up.
You sure it's okay you didn't tell the Chief about...
Chief Pakal's a really nice guy, but he's not as young as he used to be. And he's got some old injuries that's... He'll find out what really happened when he sees me compete. I'm sure I'll get an earful for lying.
Yeah. Your teammates left you high and dry, and you made sure they didn't feel guilty about it.
It's not their fault, really. We all grow up listening to stories about the heroes of the past and dream of becoming warriors with this, not out of a selfish desire for glory, but to lend our strength to a greater cause. Anyway, don't worry about it for now. Once you witness the spectacle for yourself, it'll also be a great opportunity to experience our culture and history. Alright, time to leave our settlement. Let's head that way. Our last stop, the Statue of the Seven, is also in that direction.
The statue is so pretty.
You betcha. Beautiful, effortlessly confident, and absolutely awesome.
Oh, since we're here, you might as well go get your shiny new elemental powers, Traveler.
Huh? You can get elemental...
Oh, just you watch. Huh? That's not right. Is the statue asleep or something? to shoot fireballs or summon flame pillars by now? Strange. Must be some... Sorry, Katina. We got...
No, it's alright. If anything, I'm even more curious. That's something only vision bearers can use. Could you show me?
Take it away, traveler!
Wow! Different elemental power. Let me give it a try! Nope. Still just Geo. Anyway, I was right!
Just wait until you hear about our previous adventures! Whoa! What's that?
Oh, that's a cuckoo soar. They fly high and fast, and they're always full of energy.
Right? It's been ages since that day we first saw Dvalin. We've come so far.
Oh, before I forget, they look like shiny little gems, don't they? Don't be fooled, though. I always bring a few when I know I'm gonna be out and about for a while.
Woo! Paimon loves kid.
My pleasure, my pleasure. I've got all sorts of bits.
One with nature.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.